In much contemporary discourse, Pilate's question, what is truth, has been taken to mark the absolute boundary of human thought. Beyond this boundary, it is often suggested, is an intellectual hinterland into which we must not venture. This terrain is a sort of agnosticism of thought. Because truth cannot be possessed, it must not be spoken. Thus, it is argued that the defenders of truth in our day are often traffickers in ideology, merchants of counterfeits, or just anti-liberal. Nietzsche is taken as a reference point when he wrote, as we remember, that truth is the domain of tyranny. Is this indeed the case, or might another vision of truth offer itself? The ultimate aim of the present workshop is to develop a better understanding of both the causes and the consequences of the post-truth culture that has emerged in recent times. I do believe that these 2 days of intensive work will provide us with enough food for thought to allow us to prepare a new vision of the whole matter. Just a couple of questions stand in front of us. Why do people believe falsehoods? Hannah Arendt provided, in my opinion, a very wise answer when she wrote, I quote, "Since the liar is free to fashion his fact to fit the profit and pleasures of his audience, the chances are that he will be more persuasive than the truth teller," unquote. Another question is there a right to lie? That is a question which is emerging in these days, in particular in some European countries of our days. Final problem, which I'm sure will attract our attention, is that dealing with the relation between democracy and fake truth. And very recently, the global health emergency caused by the COVID pandemic has dramatically shown the importance, as well as the difficulty of grounding policy making on unbiased and scientifically solid information. Fake news can be understood as an advanced technological version of disinformation. In other words, pieces of intentionally manipulated information appearing in social media in the form of digital communicative systems. The disruptive force of fake news has been widely recognized. However, much more serious is the problem associated to the more recent phenomenon of post-truth, an expression indicating a phase in which people are inclined to accept arguments based on their consonance to their own emotions and beliefs rather than based on fact. So that is the reason why we decided, together with the Professor Farrell, to devote a couple of days of intensive work to unravel this problem. Let me stop here, and Professor Farrell will say a few words before we start according to the program. Thank you very much for your attention.